This year's winter freeze hit North Texas as well. In my area, we got down to 9 degrees and it stayed below freezing for the next 24 hours. I had some of this 6 mil plastic, so I decided to cover this bed and see if I could save anything. Keep watching and I'll show you how the garden looked before and after.
Sunshine, I've been waiting. Sunshine.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Veggie Farm. I'm Stacy and today I'm giving you a tour of my garden after the winter storm. As you can probably see behind me a little bit, there's not much left. So I'm just now basically have a reset and it's time for me to start focusing on my spring garden. But I want to show you what everything's looking like right now. I have a little bit of footage right before the storm as I was harvesting, well, right before the freeze as I was harvesting, and I'll show you that in comparison to how everything turned out. So a couple of beds, the beds over here against the fence, I didn't even try to cover. I didn't have enough materials to cover anyway, so I just pretty much knew I was gonna sacrifice those and let them go. Because the previous year I did cover them and I still lost them anyway, so I didn't want to waste any effort on that. But I thought I would give it a try with covering this bed over here since I did have enough plastic. But as you'll see how that turned out. And it really stinks out here. So I need to start getting this stuff cleaned up as well. So let me show you around, show you how it's looking. So we knew the freeze was coming, so I took a few days and I started harvesting. And I harvested as much as I could and cleaned it and stored it. So you can see in the after, the plants do look a lot more bare, and it's because I was harvesting as much as I could. After we got the plastic on, I started to have the feeling that it wasn't gonna go like I planned. The winds were so heavy that the plastic kept blowing up. The clamps didn't keep it secure, and so I had a lot of wind blowing through the plastic. So I had a feeling that I wouldn't be able to keep as much as I hoped. So I did learn a couple of lessons about what I should grow more of next fall. If you look through my garden, what stands out to me is that all of my purple vegetables did much better than anything else. If you look at my purple kales and my purple Brussels sprouts, they seem to have done much better than any of the other vegetables. So nothing else in the garden was covered. Over in these pots, I had some lacinato kale, premier kale, a couple of collard plants. I even had a lemongrass plant that was still alive, surprisingly. And then over in these buckets, I had walking stick kale, 1,000-head kale, and I thought this was a Romanesco plant, but then it started growing multiple broccoli heads, so I guess it was just some type of broccoli. But none of that made it. And these are the 2 beds over by the fence that did not get covered either. So after a few days of being sad about losing my garden, I started looking through seed catalogs and looking at the seeds that I've already purchased for the spring season. And I started to get excited about getting ready for the spring gardening season. And then I realized it's already January and now it's time to get started. So thanks for watching. Happy growing. To see how I'll be using my arrow garden to start my spring garden, take a look at this next video.